There are sirens, screams. All your senses cease to function as your attention is glued to the broadcast before you. The news seems to know just as much as we do. We scramble in the dark like roaches clinging to any crumb of clarity or comfort. But what you and everyone else can understand is just one thing, that we are under attack, and we are woefully under. Boring! The original 1938 War of the Worlds radio play was revolutionary at the time due to the melding of high production value, commitment, and engaging storytelling based off of H.G. Wells' original 1897 novel. The play was inserted in the middle of a normal broadcast with no warning and mimicked a real news alert. They had fake on-the-ground coverage, sound effects, everything. Nothing like that was done before, and it literally caused mass panic to those who heard the broadcast due to people legitimately thinking it was real. The aftermath of the broadcast highlighted how quick information can shape the masses, that even without physical proof, you can believe anything. So what does a company like Amazon have to say with their version? Who is this movie made? What are we doing here? If you never read the original H.G. Wells novel or ever listened to the radio play, you don't need to. Rejoice. Amazon Prime got you covered. Ice Cube just plays a DHS agent who spies on the entire nation because that's his job, and it's justified because it's his job. It's cool, and he spies on his family instead of seeing them in person, which is a real emotional crux of the film. Got his daughter Faith, his son Dave, JoJo's. He got the diamond is unbreakable. Wow. You got a dead wife. We had the dead wife trope. That's important. Agent Phil Coulson? That's crazy. Is War of the Worlds 2025 part of the MCU? His NASA friend Sandra? We have a hooded figure that's not a Klansman named Disruptor. Does the hat have to be pointy? We don't have to think about that. And the polarizing goat of the film, Devin Bostic's character, Mark Fifth. Rodrick! I saw he was in this movie too. This is great. He has a character name, but again, just like with Ice Cube, Coulson, or Rodrick, I'm just gonna call them that. I'll explain later why he's a polarizing goat for me. Julian, put in a plot summary now, because I just want to talk about other shit.
Well, plot summary time. Ice Cube gets notified by Sandra that weird weather is happening while he and Coulson are trying to capture Disruptor. Randomly, we also get shown that Faith is making some sort of chemical code that's super relevant to the plot only until later. Phil and Ice Cube fail to capture Disruptor, of course, and then while this happens, the white creatures land on Earth and they don't call them tripods until later, so in gonna call them white creatures, they start messing with a lot of hoo-ha on Earth. Ice Cube thinks his family dies at multiple points, in which you can tell by the fact he took off his glasses. Later, it's revealed the white creatures are after Data and are attracted to Earth because of Agent Coulson doing a bad with a program called Heffley. Also, Ice Cube's kids Aaron, Deb, and Dave is actually Disruptor, and father, son, daughter, and Rodrick team up to take down the white creatures, and with the power of friendship and drone warfare, they save the world. Yay.
Good. Okay. This film is super pro-military, pro-surveillance state, which is obvious given the setting, and just full of Amazon and other consumers' propaganda. There's a whole epic sequence of the U.S. military springing into action with the sweeping music and a commentary of how brave and amazing these men and women who serve are. It goes on for minutes on it in this self-stroking montage, and all the effort just goes out the window pretty soon anyway. They immediately get fucking squashed by the white creatures. And the amount of drones that are just at Ice Cube's disposal are probably more than the amount of birds there are in any ecological zone. I don't think I'm saying anything too crazy to say this is a pro-surveillance state movie. Since we're watching from the perspective of a DHS agent, how do you spin the POV to be a positive? By making a more nefarious group that does what you already do but worse. You know, that group or concept being Goliath. Goliath is just another mega invasive surveillance program, just like all the other surveillance systems already implemented are. But it's not a problem that Goliath is collecting your data and they're spying on you. No. It's the fact that they've been doing that and they found out about the aliens ages ago. And since the aliens feed off of data, by activating Goliath, they'll be attracted to Earth. So that's the problem. It's cool that they know your entire search history and your whole online profile. When aliens are involved, that's when we draw the line. Which, in the world's logic, that doesn't... They make comments here and there about how it's wrong to spy on people, but it's more so the fact that this program attracted the aliens. Oh, the glasses come off, yes! That was a wonderful Photoshop job. Why weren't the aliens trying to do like a crazy invasion beforehand when we already have been spying like crazy before? I don't know. Is the film trying to imply that the spying that's already present, like Ice Cube's job, is the appropriate amount of snooping? There are so many devices and drones that are used in this movie that I get, on one hand, that's great for the visual medium of the film, which they barely commit to at times, but also show just how much tech is used to spy on us in real life. At one point, Ice Cube hacks into his daughter's fridge to see her eating habits. And it's seen more of an issue with Ice Cube and his family versus the actual concept of the technology itself. So if it has wires, a camera, Ice Cube can access it and control it with a couple clicks of his own whim. So thank God the white creatures attacked in a specific way that made these invasions of privacy so paramount to humanity's salvation. which also put humanity in harm's way to begin with. But we don't have. Now let's talk about the polarizing, my conflicted goat, Rodrick, aka Devin Bostic. Not gonna call you Mark. Rodrick is the simple but sweet and capable man who supports his girlfriend. He's cool under pressure, he's handsome, and he's an Amazon driver. This is where the Amazon propaganda really comes in hard. He's introduced mid-delivery, adorned in the iconic blue vest. Whenever he's on call, whether it be on FaceTime or in the delivery truck itself, his connection is crystal clear and perfect, and it's literally better than some of the government workers that are on the Zoom calls. There had to have been some Amazon executive being like, yeah, when we cut to the event, you cannot have anything stuttery, you cannot have anything look grainy. Put the Amazon logo on the top left too, just for good measure. He saves Faith from bleeding out by using his Amazon provided packing tape. The climax of the film hinges on his, albeit amazing, drone skills with the new Prime Air drone.
Faith can get loaded here and I can get it to you.
How?
Prime Air.
Oh my god. I'm telling you. Oh my god. And now he has Prime Air. And a flash drive too. He's the only one that had a flash drive. And when they need to flip the drone over, they bribe a homeless man with a $1,000 Amazon gift card, which is more lucrative than a year's worth of free internet, apparently. Homeless person, please flip it over right now. Wait, give him an Amazon gift card for $1,000. This is what I mean by he's the GOAT. But I feel just so conflicted because like I just enjoyed it every time he was on screen. But you know, maybe I just like Devin Bostic, and he just adds the tiniest amount of sauce to this otherwise corporate shill of a character. I don't know. Taking a story that was engaging through audio alone and that shook up the public's trust and made them reevaluate how they receive information to a 90-minute handholdy, visually busy, mega pro-surveillance state and pro-capitalist overstimulation fest that manages to show 100 times more than the original with 1,000 times less of the effect. The entire film feels like it misses the point of the broadcast. I'm drawing for the original broadcast a lot as a comparison point because in college we listened to it and it was pretty cool. Shout out Professor Del Vecchio. I had to take that class twice because I failed it the first time. Honestly, with the way Amazon produced this, it really feels like they're saying, Amazon and the government like snooping on everything you do, and it's totally cool because it keeps you all safe and comfortable. Don't think about it. Look, we're about to Prime Air you in ICBM right now. It's funny because at the time of the radio play, about a third of the listeners understood that the invaders in the story are aliens, while the rest thought it was a German invasion. But I'm sure anyone that watched this movie was already relating it to America's real life surveillance shit that they do on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, I don't know how you could twist it to something more positive. I enjoyed myself watching this film. It was a shitty, weird, tone-deaf piece of media that didn't seem to realize its very inception doesn't work. Ice Cube's acting was awesome. That dude hopefully got a bag. The day I watched this movie, an hour after I saw it, I went and waited for this train to pass. An hour later, I watched Zach Kreger's Weapons, and the quality gap in what I watched that day was like taking a bite out of a Carl's Jr. burger you found at the top of someone's trash can, and then being able to enjoy a nice steak. Because why the fuck are you eating at Carl's Jr.? You saw it was thrown out for a reason. You shouldn't eat out of the trash. And yet I did eat out of the trash, so sue me. Sorry. Because maybe I thought it was a different burger. The white creatures are attacking, and they're gonna make me listen to Deltarune lore instead of having me play the game to experience it myself. You can save me by liking and subscribing, please. Ooh. Make it say something funny.
I am dark-skinned and bald, so I hate you, and I hate Jesus.
Oh, you can't say that. Okay. Sorry.